All right, welcome back to Mr. Smith Garage. We're here in the garage with Lars, the EuroVan. Looking more like an engine. I went back to my regular lens. That lens, for some reason, it does, even with it on linear and not on kind of Super 360 or whatever, it still gives a kind of a clarity issue. And so for some of this detail stuff, I just want to make sure that we can kind of see everything that's going on. So some of the things I've done, I think, since we last met, which was just a couple days ago, was I think I put the coil packs in and plugged those all in, snapped them all, cleaned them real good. I put the throttle, I think that's called the throttle body, on with the hose that came underneath. Went back and looked at some videos for where the hoses were going. Put this air pump on, which I had the dipstick on already, I think, but the air pump, there's a bolt, or a bolt that goes in right on that intake manifold there. So I took the dipstick off for just a brief moment so that I could pop that in, and then I just put on the dipstick. Let's see, we put the belt on. You know, I don't know if I know in one of my first videos I mentioned that this is a spring-loaded belt tensioner right here. But what I found is that those German engineers, they put a spot here where you can put a long 8mm thread, 1.25 thread pitch bolt, and as you screw it in, it actually creates tension on that, and it just made it so I could just slip the belt right in. So the belt's slipped in, all good, and then you just take that bolt right back out, and then it tensions it up. So we got the wire fixed for the back of the alternator there. Let's see if there's anything else that I did that maybe we didn't mention. We still got some wires to hook up here. Oh, this is the mess. This is the next step, is to get all these hoses. Some are vacuum lines, some are water hoses, into the engine compartment. And this is, I think somebody told me that this is pretty common, that this sensor breaks off. And so last night we put some JB weld to it and got it sealed up on there the way that it should, and cleaned the sensor out. And I think this piece, if you go out on eBay, is like $300 or $400. So I figured, well, I'll try and fix it first, make sure that this thing runs. So again, this is my spaghetti hoses mess. I've got most of them labeled, got some pictures to look back on, and hopefully we can get those hoses on. Most of them go in this area here. You can see I've got quite a few ports to put them to, and then I've plugged in a few more wires. Glad that I labeled those, but that's where we're at as of right now. Hey, if I didn't mention it already, there's a huge show going on this weekend up in Redding, California at the Redding Drag Strip. Dub Nuts Club is putting it on, and I think there's already over 80 vehicles, Volkswagen vehicles, water-cooled, air-cooled, that are going to be at the show. So if you're a subscriber and you're anywhere in that Northern California area, we're trying to replace Buggerama, because Buggerama went away last year, and so we're just trying to put together a show that does that. So there's going to be racing for 3 days. Fast for Cartel is putting that race on, so you've probably heard of them before. And then there will be camping Friday night, Saturday night, and if you've paid for camping, you can even stay Sunday night, so you can drive home Monday on the holiday. And then there's a show on Sunday. So if you're interested, check out Fast for Cartel or Dub Nuts out on Facebook. I'll post a picture of the flyer right here. so you can kind of see what's going on. But I am going to be there. So if you show up and you are a subscriber to my channel, let me know and I'll give you a Mr. Smith Garage YouTube sticker. So we'll see you there. And it's old gas. So here we go. Wow. Sure there's nothing else I should plug in?
No, because once you pull the coils, there's no source of ignition.
Okay. Make sure it's in park. I guess it doesn't matter, right?
It kind of does. Has to be in park or neutral to turn over.
Park. And then do I have to hit the brake to...
Shouldn't.
Okay, here we go.
Alright.
Sounds good.
Yeah, real good compression on it.
So should I do it more, you think, or?
Do it for probably about 10 more seconds.
Okay.
Yeah.
No leakage?
No leaks whatsoever.
Okay.
No leaks. Serpentine belt turns over.
How do I know if the oil got to the top? Or does it just sound like, does it sound okay? Like,
So you heard that shift where it was kind of skipping, and then on that second crank it was just steady.
Okay.
That means that oil's gotten into the lifters. You have good.
Okay.
You have good. Even.
I didn't hear it, so.
Oh, okay.
But. So, should I turn it over without the water in there? Just for
You can run it for
bit?
probably like 10 seconds or so with no issues.
This one I think is going to put right now.
Yeah.
And is this the point you think I should try to do a code clear before I start it? Or it's not going to have stuff in it, so it doesn't really matter, huh?
No, not really.
Okay.
Yeah, and like I said, just like 5 or 10 seconds of actual running.
Okay.
Just make sure it fires.
See if it actually runs.
Yeah, just Once you hear it catch and fire up,
Yeah.
then just hit the key.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And that's safe to do with no water
Yeah.
because there's not enough heat. Yeah. All right.
There we go.
Bam! There it is. Yep.
That's exciting. Oh, Robert, I'm so glad you came over.
Glad I could help.
Yeah. Well, that was super exciting. I almost can't believe it. So what I didn't film, let's see. Well, I can't remember what I filmed. A friend of mine, Robert, came over from our club, and he helped me with the vacuum lines. So we figured out where the vacuum lines went. We hooked up. You can see here. Here, let me turn some lights back on. We hooked back up the plenum here, all the wires that I could here, but not everything. So I don't have all the wires across the front. We didn't hook up the radiator yet, but I did fill the transmission with 2 quarts of fluid to at least get some fluid in there to move around. We put 5 quarts of oil in, checked it all, took the coil pack clips off and turned it over for about 30 seconds. Robert was out here. He could hear the change in tone once the pump moved the oil up into the head. And then we ran it for another 10 seconds without the clips on. Then we put the clips on. And then I said, hey, I got to film this just in case it actually does really start. And sure enough, you got the video there. It started, it ran. You could hear the tone change just a little bit slightly once the oil completely made it all up there. Sounded great, ran on all 6 cylinders. I didn't do anything with the codes, the lights yet. And next step will be to put the radiator on, fill it with some fluid, maybe go try to find a vacuum system to be able to put the fluid in there with vacuum so it fills all the spots. No leaks from what I can tell under there. Just super excited. Thanks for joining Mr. Smith Garage. Like, subscribe. Let's get some more subscribers on there. I got to title this something clever so that, just people will follow this progress. Again, I am not a Volkswagen EuroVan mechanic, but this EuroVan has been saved so far, and we're just gonna see if we can get it registered, and might be driving it shortly. So once again, thanks for joining. Hope you enjoy the videos. Look for Lars, the EuroVan series. It has been 9 months since I acquired this vehicle. Thanks for joining Mr. Smith Garage.